Welcome, Second Chance Cohort 2026. We're really happy to have you here. We're going to explain to you some of the rules that we have so that basically everybody can optimize their chances of getting a second chance. So I have with me here a couple of students from the Second Chance Cohort 2025, and we're going to explain to you what the boat is, okay? Because we often talk about the cohort being on the same boat, okay? So could one of you explain to us what the boat is and what the rules of the boat are?
Hi everyone, I could jump in. A boat is something that saves you from the ocean or from the sea. So just imagine during college admissions decisions when you were getting rejected or waitlisted, you are drowning. Through Second Chance, you have been rescued and now you are on the boat. All of you, all the students in the cohort are in the same boat and we all are waiting for a life jacket. There are some rules to stay in the boat. First one is when a life jacket comes, every individual gets just one life jacket.
Okay, so what does this mean? It means we have a rule that says the first life jacket that comes your way, you must take. Okay, Zawadi, could you explain what this then means? Because maybe, I don't know, maybe you were kind of like, well, I don't want the first life jacket. I'm not sure. Could you explain what it meant to you last year?
I'm happy to. Basically, as both Miss Joan and Rakib said, the rule is that once you get an offer, the life jacket, you have to take that offer and run with it. It is important to know this as you're coming into Second Chance, that you are ready to move on with the blessing that you have been given. What that meant for me last year was being, I guess, grateful for the opportunity that I'd been given and doing my due diligence in terms of research, in terms of which schools I would be able to apply to get the best out of my university experience, which don't worry about it. You'll have tons of help from all our advisors and the cohort itself. But you have to be able to be ready to go with what you have first so that the next person is able to pick up where you left. It's just to allow the next person to also be able to have a seat in that university.
Okay, thank you, Zawadi. Tarish, could you explain what it means to you in your own language as well?
Of course. I think one of the reasons that, as Zawadi has very clearly mentioned, that being able to take one life jacket means that you're not hoarding all of the opportunities just for yourself, and you're working as a team in the boat so that every person gets the life jacket. I think the Titanic is one of the most classic examples of this case. The people who survived, they do not need multiple life jackets to get to the shore. They need one. And I think all of us who are in the family of Second Chance are in that Titanic. We are all looking to get into that boat. We are all looking to get that life jacket, and we're all looking to get to that shore. I think one of the things that we all share is this frustration towards the unfairness about how in the real world people can hoard these life jackets for themselves, and that leaves so many people idle, so many people in lack of those life jackets. But here in Second Chance, we all work as a team in that one boat. We all share the life jackets, and we all take what is ours, and we all help others get what is theirs. And this fairness is what I think makes Second Chance so unique, so special, and such a great place for all of us who are looking to get to the shore together.
Okay, thank you, Tarish. Adia, can you explain why we have this rule?
Life jacket is basically your seat at university. At the beginning of the boat, you'll be able to apply for many different life jackets because there will be different options and you'll have to do your best. Some life jackets might be smaller, some might be bigger, some might be, for example, let's pretend purple or pink or blue, and you might love pink, but you get blue first. And what's important here is that you take blue even if you like pink more, because at the end of the day it's still a life jacket, it still serves its purpose, but the other one will save somebody's life. But you having two life jackets won't save more lives. That's why it's important that sometimes you take the first that comes your way, even if you might be not willing to take the purple one or the blue one. It doesn't matter, it still serves a purpose, and at the end of the day you'll be very happy with the decision that you received and that you made, and things will work out. And why do we have this? Sometimes you might be able to receive several life jackets at the moment, but there are still will be kids at the boats with you who didn't receive any. And your decision to reply and to defer from universities as fast as you can, once you get your seat, once you get your life jacket, will make somebody's life totally different, will allow somebody to take the life jacket that you said, no, I already have another one. That's why it's very important, because it will change the trajectory of other kids. So we have to take and act very fastly, consciously, and take care of each other.
If I may add one small point, I think while talking about being sort of compelled to take the first life jacket we get, it's sort of easy to see yourself in that position of power where you are the one with multiple life jackets and you are the one choosing between them and being sort of selfish about which one to take. But I think it becomes easier when you think of someone else in that position and you being the kid who's still waiting for a life jacket. In that situation, when someone else has already received multiple, and is unwilling to share their life jackets or their opportunities with other, and you are the one who's waiting to perhaps get a shot at those opportunities, I think it's easier to understand that it's a good decision to only take the one that will get you to the place you want to go to. And I think in that position, you will want the other kid to be the one to share the other opportunities with you. So in that sense, it's very noble of you when you are in that position of power to be the bigger person.
Add on to what Atarv said, once you get your life jacket, is that we don't leave the boat unless everyone has a life jacket. What it entails is that even if you get a scholarship, you still stay active in the cohort to support your peers who haven't got a scholarship yet. There would always be someone who gets the first life jacket and always is someone who gets the last life jacket. And it is your responsibility as a member of the Second Chance cohort that you stay in the boat, by which means that you support each other, you inform about scholarships and other opportunities, or just be there for your peers. This is like one of the main things of the Second Chance cohort, is that to make sure the whole community is benefited. So I just wanted to add on to that as well.
I'd like to add something small, if that's okay. Especially pertaining to the beginning, like when you're just about to commit to Second Chance, it is very important to understand that this is a responsibility that you have now. And what that means, what that meant for me as well, is that some opportunities that you feel might come your way outside Second Chance, for example, a wait list, you will have to let go of, because it's a responsibility for everyone. Everyone is working here to be able to seat all the kids into, a university to get your life jackets. And therefore, you cannot be holding on to one even outside our boat, because that's still one that you're holding on to. And if it does work out and you do have that one that you held on to and a life jacket, now you have two life jackets when somebody is, in need of the one that you're holding on to. So it's a commitment.
Thanks, guys. So I want to amplify some of the things that everybody here has said. The most important thing that I want to amplify is that the reason why we have this, as you've heard, is because we care about the collective cohort. Okay, Second Chance wants to seat every single student versus just concentrating on a small portion of the students in the boat and having all of those kids have 10 life jackets each. Like, we want everybody in the boat to be able to have their second chance. And so for everybody to have their second chance, that means everybody has to agree to the rules of, once you get a life jacket, withdrawing from all your other pending offers or all your other pending applications. Okay, and that is the way that we maximize. And the reason why you were chosen, guys, to be part of Second Chance 2026 is because we also saw something in you that made us realize, okay, you care about the community, you feel a responsibility to others. That is one of our rubric criteria, is how much you care about community. We aren't about choosing kids who are on their individual march towards greatness. Okay, that is for other programs. That's fine. But for this particular program, the way in which we see and have everybody on the boat have a life jacket is for us to all abide by these rules. Okay, would anybody here like to add anything else that we've forgotten?
Just to clarify, maybe a practical concern, that don't let this commitment scare you off by thinking, oh, what if I get a life jacket that is not compatible with me? What if I cannot afford the scholarship that I get in my first life jacket? In such cases, you are allowed to wait for your other options, because at the end of the day, the goal of Second Chance is to get you a seat that you can comfortably afford and go towards. That will not happen. Second Chances will be very willing to be accommodating to what your needs are and what your goals are.
Okay, and Tarish, to add to that, we would never force you to apply to a school that you can't afford. right? So remember what Zawadi said in regards to, she did her research and she applied to those schools that she felt were going to be viable options for her. And so we're not going to force you to apply to any particular school. We're going to recommend, though, that you take every shot that you can, because we're in the post April 1st space, guys. Okay?